welcome to this vlog. In this vlog, my family and I are on a family cabin trip. It's actually the third or fourth day in. I never filmed the intro to this, so welcome to this video. We are here for a whole entire week, and we're actually here over my birthday as well. So my birthday is in like towards the end of the trip, and we have so many fun things planned: a family photo shoot in Case Cove, lots of hiking days, exploring Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. We're staying in this huge cabin with all of us, and we're super excited because the last time we've done a family trip like this was in 2019, and it was before I even met my husband. So this is his first time on a trip with like all of my family, so it's gonna be fun. We're really excited, so follow along. So this is what it looks like on the outside, and you come down this little path. We have a deck with rocking chairs, and then you walk in and we're immediately greeted with the kitchen. Sorry if it looks lived in, but yeah, this is the kitchen. And then this first bedroom right here is where my parents are staying. So this is their bedroom, a king bed, and then they have a bathroom hooked to it. And you can also get into the bathroom right here as well. And then over here is a dining table. Like I said, sorry, it's already lived in, but this is the dining table, a couch, more couches, TV. You come out on this deck. And you get a view of the mountains, more rocking chairs, and some egg chairs. Then there's a fireplace with a TV. You go upstairs, and this is where my sister and her husband and their kids are staying, and then my brother and his wife and their kids. So this pull-out couch is where my nieces are sleeping, and then over here is one of their bedrooms with a bathroom, and then another bedroom with a bathroom. Then you go downstairs, and then you go downstairs again. This is where we're staying, and it's also the game room, and then it has a little movie theater area with a TV. You come out on this deck, and it has the hot tub and more rocking chairs, another view. You come in here, this door right here has a laundry and washing machine area. Then this first bedroom has a bunk bed, and then in this bedroom is our bedroom. We also have a bathroom hooked to ours, and then the other bedroom next to ours also has their own bathroom, and then this area is our closet. Hey guys, it's our first full day here in Tennessee. Yesterday we made it later in the evening, and then literally just checked into the cabin, grocery shopped, and then unpacked. But my husband played pool with my brothers, and then I went in the hot tub with my sister. So that was last night. Today on the itinerary, we have planned to do a family photo shoot. So my sister and her husband are only staying until tomorrow. They're only staying like yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So we wanted to do the family photo shoot at the beginning of the trip. So we're doing that today in Case Cove. We're gonna go to a coffee shop. We ate breakfast this morning, and we're about to head out now, and we'll take you along for the photo shoot, see how it goes. Everyone is packing their stuff. There's my brother. Everyone's packing their stuff, and we're packing our lunches for today because we're eating our lunches in like out and about, and then we're packing our photo shoot outfits. Me and my husband are I'm wearing all white, and then he's wearing a brown jacket with some jeans. And then we brought our dog with us today. He's probably gonna stay in the cabin the rest of this trip, but today, since we're literally just gonna be in the car pretty much the whole day, just driving through Case Cove, we figured we would bring him, and then it would be fun to have him in some of our photos. But the rest of the trip, he's gonna be in the cabin. Today has been our hiking day. I have not really picked up the camera and talked because we've been on a super hard hike. 3 miles uphill. We're at the top of the mountain. Made it to our very beautiful view.
It's worth it though.
Yeah, very pretty. Now we are going downhill for another 3 miles, so almost 3 miles. Yeah. It is called Rainbow Falls in Gatlinburg if you ever want to do this hike. It was very fun. I have 6 nieces and nephews who are all under 10 years old who did it. Now pretty much the rest of the day we just have planned to hike down the mountain and then go back to the cabin. Hey guys, it is the next day. Today we're initially supposed to go to Dollywood, but it's been pretty rainy all day so far, and it stops right now, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to rain again. So we decided that we're gonna go to Dollywood tomorrow instead. It's still supposed to be rainy tomorrow, but not as rainy as today, and it's supposed to like rain more like really early in the morning, and then during the day it's supposed to calm down. So we decided today to explore Gatlinburg, go on the Gatlinburg strip, go into shops, shop around, have fun, and then just see where the day takes us. Do a lot of indoor things today, and then tomorrow is Dollywood day. So I have not really talked much to the camera because honestly it's been kind of hard with like 16, 17, 18, I think it's been 19 people, and then my sister and her husband left a little bit early, so it's been 17 people, so it's kind of hard to vlog. You can probably honestly hear them right now, but it's been really fun. I went into the hot tub last night because after that hike was like 6 miles round trip, so, or almost 6 miles round trip, so we were so sore because we were literally walking uphill the whole way up and then downhill the whole way down. So it felt like we were breathing really hard on the way up, and the way down it felt like we really felt it in our legs, in our ankles and stuff. So we went into the hot tub, me and my husband, afterwards, and just like relaxed our muscles, and then my family got in after us, ate dinner, and then this morning was me and my husband's turn to cook meals. So during this trip we all grocery shopped in advance, and then we have like on the schedule like, all right, so and so is cooking breakfast this morning, so and so is cooking dinner today, whatever. So we cooked breakfast today. We cooked bacon, eggs, potatoes, and toast, and I haven't really, like I said, been showing all of that, but it's been really fun. And yeah, today we're just gonna explore, so I'll take you along. We're back home. We actually ended up not even really walking down the Gatlinburg strip because it got very rainy and my older sister didn't have a stroller for her daughter, and then we decided to do the Gatlinburg strip later on this trip on my birthday, which is not tomorrow, the next day. So instead we stopped at a coffee shop first, which I did get a little video of, and then next to the coffee shop was a store called Tiger Blooms. Also, the coffee shop was called Bloom and Berry. It was pretty good. I feel like it's kind of hard to find good coffee in Gatlinburg from my experience, so I liked that one. We went to one earlier on this trip called Heavenly Roast, and that one was like outside of the mountains, closer to Kate's Cove, and that one was also pretty good. And compared to coffee shops I've had in the past, those ones are definitely some of the better ones. But I wanted to show you guys a little haul of some things I picked up for my junk journal. I've never actually really done junk journaling, so literally after this trip I plan on starting my first junk journal, but I'm gonna mainly just keep it for travel. So I'm gonna kind of do like travel junk journaling, but I say that now and then I might end up doing junk journaling for everything. Who knows? But I want to show you a little haul of some things that I got junk journaling so far. Starting with the store I went to next to the coffee shop, like I said, called Tiger Blooms. It had some cute stuff inside. So first I grabbed these like guest check grocery list. I love the look of guest checks for junk journaling. And then the bag that they like gave me actually came with some tissue paper that I also can use for junk journaling. It's like this gingham yellow. So I decided, oh, they gave that as like a part of the order, but I decided to actually use it. And then I got 2 postcards that are super cute. One of them is this cute one with bears trying to get into a car. And then this one that says the Great Smoky Mountains. The last thing I got from that store is this sticker that says protect our national parks with the Smoky Bear on it. And then some other things that I picked up while we were in the national park in Kate's Cove. I picked up this Kate's Cove sticker, and then this Great Smoky Mountains sticker, and then this Great Smoky Mountains postcard, which I actually already have this postcard on our refrigerator at home, but I decided to pick it up again. And then I grabbed a map because I see a lot of people like use like the map portion on their junk journal as like the background, and that's what I picked up so far. But other than that, my parents are making dinner tonight. It's their turn to make food, and they're making chicken and stuff, so we're just gonna chill for the rest of the night. Like I said, it's been rainy all day today, so there hasn't been really much we could do outside, and obviously this trip that we're on is more of like an outdoor kind of trip. There's definitely lots to do indoors in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, especially in Pigeon Forge. If you go to like one of the shows or one of the museums, there's a lot to do, but my family didn't really have much plan to do any of that kind of stuff because we kind of want, like, my family is a very nature outdoorsy family, and even when we do an activity that like costs money, it's still like outdoor. So we probably are gonna go karting most likely on this trip, most likely on my birthday, and then we're going to Dollywood tomorrow. So like even like the activities that we pay for are still most of the time outside. We are at Dollywood. We're currently in the gift shop. This is the first stop of the day. I'm just trying on these little bear ears. They're so cute. They're only $10.
That's pretty adorable.
But we already grabbed stuff for our junk journal. I got the flower and food thing, and it comes with stickers. And then we got our ticket of the day, which is like a little paper ticket. Let me grab it. I'm gonna try to find some stickers or something else today to put in my junk journal. This is our first time in Dollywood. We've never been, but we love amusement parks. Yeah. We literally live in Orlando, so we always are going to theme parks and stuff, so we're really excited. It looks super fun. I've heard that they have really good cinnamon bread and good food, so we can't wait to try it.
Can't wait.
And it's the Flower and Food Festival, so that means there's probably gonna be even more good food. So we're gonna take you along for our little day. Our cinnamon bread, and we got apple butter and icing on the side. So this is gonna be our taste test. Ooh, look at that. I'm gonna try a bite first with nothing. Pretty good. Let's try the apple butter. The apple butter is good. Good, good, good. Hey guys, it's the next day. It's actually my birthday today. We had a super fun time at Dollywood yesterday. We rode almost everything except maybe 2 things, and I feel like we probably actually could have ridden all of them if we just like went faster, but we like kind of like taking our time at amusement parks, looking at the views and doing all of those types of things. We're not like the amusement park people. If you are going anytime in the future, my favorite rides were Lightning Rod.
There's Lightning Rod.
And Big Bear Mountain.
Big Bear Mountain.
Those are my favorites, but my husband's favorites were a little bit different. What were your favorites?
My favorites were, I would go with Lightning Rod and Mystery Mine. That was a kind of sleeper. There's another wooden roller coaster that we didn't get to ride.
But some of our family did, and they really liked it. Yes. So whatever the wooden ride is next to Mystery Mine in the drop area, that apparently was really good too. So Mystery Mine was like really, I think the reason that my husband liked it is because it was just really unexpected. Like I thought it was gonna be a stupid ride, and it low-key was like, what is happening? anyways, we had a great time. The park felt really cozy. The cinnamon bread is a must. It was so good, and it smelled really good inside the place. But yeah, Dollywood was our first time going, and I've been to Gatlinburg and the Smoky Mountains so many times. My family would come literally every year growing up, so I've been here so many times and never been to Dollywood, so we liked it a lot. But today's my birthday, like I said. We were gonna walk the Gatlinburg Strip the other day, but then like I mentioned, my sister didn't have a stroller for her daughter, so we're going today instead. We're going to Pancake Pantry right now. We're on our way there for breakfast, and then we're gonna walk the Gatlinburg Strip, go into a bunch of shops. I'm really excited because this is something I've done growing up. I've always done like the Gatlinburg Strip and walked from like one end to the other, stopped into shops and spent like an hour or more hours on this trip. So I'm excited to do that. And then after that, we're gonna come back to Pigeon Forge. We're staying in Pigeon Forge, so we're gonna come back to Pigeon Forge. And apparently there's this place called the Apple Barn that my family's been to, but I've never have. So we're gonna go to the Apple Barn, and then I think I'm gonna stop at Sephora at the Tanger outlets in the same Pigeon Forge area, because I get free stuff at Sephora, and also I need moisturizer, so it's my excuse. And then after that, we possibly might be going go-karting. So that's our plan for today. I'll take you along. I know I haven't been the best at vlogging, but I also have been trying to still pay attention to my family and enjoy the moment and picking up the camera whenever I can. I'm not usually the type to have my camera in recording every second of every day. I'm still trying to enjoy my life, but hope you guys have been enjoying the vlog anyways. So we ended up walking along the Gatlinburg Strip. I ended up not getting anything. I was trying to see if they had a vintage photo booth somewhere. Could not find one. I looked on ChatGPT. They told me where one potentially could be, but then when we got there, it was a regular photo booth, not a vintage one. And I know that they're really hard to come across nowadays, so it's all right. But I love, whenever we travel, I love getting vintage photo booth strips if where we're traveling to has them. We then went to the Apple Barn after that. My sister bought me some little peach apple cider in a glass bottle, super cute, and just walked around the Apple Barn. It was my first time going. It was pretty cool. It was just basically like a barn, and then they had a ice cream shop, a winery, a food spot, and then like a barn with like merch and stuff, and everything was apple themed. And then I grabbed like this little, this came with my drink, this little bag. So this is gonna be another, what am I gonna say again? Junk journal. Another junk journal thing, which like I said, I seriously am like never done this before, so hopefully it turns out cute once I do make it. And then now we're currently at the outlets. I needed to go to Sephora to grab moisturizer and then my free birthday gift. So I'm gonna show you guys a little birthday Sephora haul. First thing is I got my Merit highlighter. I ran out of this. I've just been scraping it on my face for this whole trip. So grabbed that. I love Merit. I use almost all my makeup I use is Merit. So grabbed that. I grabbed my perfume. I've also been out of this perfume for months now, and I've just been using like perfume that I don't actually really like. So then the next thing I grabbed, which was kind of an impulsive buy, I don't actually, like, I usually go into Sephora and buy things I need. I'm not one of those people to just buy things and then I just have all this makeup and stuff that I don't use. I always use it until it's done and then I rebuy. But I've heard great things about Salt & Stone deodorant, and they had a little pack of 3 travel size ones. So I figured I'd buy these so I can try it out and see if I like it, and then also they're travel size so I can travel with them easily. And then the main thing I actually needed was moisturizer, and I love using the Jet Lag mask from Summer Fridays. Summer Fridays is also one of my favorite brands recently. And then they gave me a free item for my birthday, So I chose the Day hairspray and styling cream, and I see a lot of people using the styling cream for their slick buns, and I do slick buns pretty often because sometimes it's just easier than doing my whole entire curly hair routine, even though I love my curly hair. But you know, some days it just takes a while. So that's my little Sephora haul. And then I also stopped in the Crocs store because I've been wanting some flip-flops. I do not own one pair of flip-flops. I only own one pair of sandals. I used to own a pair of Birkenstock sandals, but they broke. So I plan on buying new Birkenstock sandals sometime in the future. But for now, I grabbed some Croc flip-flops. This is what they look like. I tried them on. They were very, very comfortable. I have hyperhidrosis, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically a sweating condition where your hands and feet never stop sweating because your sweat glands don't close. So like my hands are always clammy, my feet are always clammy. I do not like wearing sandals, which is why I don't really own that many. But I live in Florida, so it's kind of hard to like always be wearing sneakers. But I tried these on and they like felt like they were actually like staying on my feet, because my issue with wearing flip-flops is I'll be walking and then my feet will just slide out and then I like won't have them, which is why I like to get a lot of shoes that have like the buckle on the back if I am wearing sandals. But these ones and Birkenstocks are like really nice to wear even with sweaty feet. So that was my little birthday haul. We're about to head to go-karting. Hey guys, it's the next day. I keep vlogging in the car because usually when we're in the cabin, we're making breakfast, getting ready, running out the door. But yesterday was super fun. We ended up going go-karting and I got a few clips of that, and then we ended up just going back to the cabin, eating dinner that my sister made, and then she made dessert as well, and just hung out at the cabin. Me and my husband went into the hot tub, and then my family like played games and stuff. And then I was actually very tired for some reason yesterday, so I fell asleep pretty early, and then we slept in today. Today's our last day here, so we're having more of like a chill day and just like getting things, like doing things that we didn't really get to do yet. But mostly everything that we have to do today is clean up the cabin and pack everything, and there's like a lot of stuff. Like the whole entire fridge was full, and obviously it's not as full anymore, but we still have some leftovers and stuff. So I don't know if we're actually really gonna make dinner tonight, because we are gonna eat like our leftover food, pack up we still have a few like lunch items, but we can always eat those on the way home, thankfully, because we have a long drive on the way home. And so far this morning, we actually went to Dutch Bros and Pigeon Forge because I had a free drink for my birthday. We went there, and then we went to a few thrift stores. Unfortunately, didn't find anything that I liked. And now we are heading into the mountains, and we are gonna go to an area to like set up our hammocks and possibly like the little rocks on the water and jump on the rocks and go into like put our feet into the water and stuff. And then that's pretty much it. But we're excited. This is something that my family always did when we were kids. We would like go jump the rocks in water, and we brought our Inu hammock on the strip, so we're gonna set it up and just chill. We have our dog with us today, so he's gonna be able to come with us because he's been in his crate in the cabin for the past couple days, so he's with us today. But yeah, other than that, we're just gonna pack up the cabin tonight and